Galamera, Galamera, Galamera. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I've got to be honest, today, lovely sunny weather, but you may be able to hear it. We have got a bit of a wind and it is cold, all right? And we have had a weather warning about cold coming along in the next few days. Just a quick look around the estate. The chickens are all huddled together today. They've been rather good this morning, although they did leave a little message on the veranda, which was cleaned up by me. They haven't been a pest this morning. So anyway, there's Mr. Cockerel, or one of our cockerels, and his girls, all having a little bit of just basically trying to get out of this wind that's blowing. It is a bit chilly, I've got to be honest, but look at the skies, absolutely clear and blue. Absolutely gorgeous, looking really nice today. Big shout out to Charles Ballantyne, Chick Ballantyne, who's watching. Also Ian Wallace is tuning in as well. Lovely to see you guys. Let's have a look over the back of the house, looking towards Lagana, the famous Lagana, and also Kalamaki in that direction. The sun is normally around here, if you remember, early in the mornings. Oh, it is nice in the sun, I've got to be honest. Even though this wind is blowing, and you can probably hear it, it is looking rather lovely for the rest of the day. Anyway, right, let's crack on with the news of today then. There's been quite a bit going on within the last 24 hours. I was literally rewriting news this morning just before coming on. Bit of a stop press early morning this morning, with new lockdown measures on the way, which I'll tell you all about in just a tick. At the moment, just to remind you where we are in time, especially on Facebook, on YouTube. Don't forget, I do repost the show to YouTube. Please like and subscribe on there. I'm trying to grow a bit of a bigger membership on the old YouTube. So if you're not doing anything, just click into the YouTube connection. I'll put that up on this site today. And then just like and subscribe. Just trying to grow my membership a bit on YouTube. Anyway, today's the 13th of January. It's a Wednesday. And it is now day 68 of the lockdown. God, all right. Right, so give you first of all, as always, the COVID stats in the last 24 hours for Greece. We've had 866 new infections within the last 24 hours recorded. Now that is up on yesterday, where we had 444. So now bringing the grand total since the pandemic started to 146,020, of which 52% of those are male. Anyway, 12 people were identified testing positive at entries to the country. Now, this is a very interesting figure. 12 today, yesterday, 12 the day before, and 12 the day before that. So whether those figures haven't been updated, 2 days was interesting, but 3 days on the trot, 12 people. Yeah, so anyway, I'll keep an eye on that, but definitely, as always, it's not people bringing infection into the country, it's infections within the country. Anyway, good thing is, no new cases on Zakynthos, according to the regional figures. One new case in Corfu, and our only recent case we've had at the moment is a 40-year-old woman from Zakynthos who tested positive, but that was quite a while ago. And so far this year, since the start of 2021, I've started doing a tally of this, we've only had 4 cases of a positive test here on the island, so things are actually looking good there. Anyway, there's been 27 new deaths as well in the last 24 hours across Greece. Now, that is down on the day before, where we had 39 deaths. That brings the total amount of deaths since the pandemic crisis started to 5,329. The average age of those people, around about 79 years of age, but 95.5% of them had underlying health problems or were over the age of 70. Anyway, the fatality genders, 3,149 are male and 2,180 are female. Now, also, looking at critical cases, people in ICUs, we know there's a bit of a controversy about the way the numbers are being counted and who's included on the list. But at the moment, those issues have not been addressed by the government, so we're taking the figures as they are given. 337 critical cases in hospitals around the country. Now, that is down from 350 from the last report that I did. 234 of those are male, 103 of those are female. The average age of critical patients is 68 years of age, and 85% of those have underlying health issues or are over the age of 70. So there are young and old within that figure, and some people who have no underlying health conditions who have succumbed to the virus, and they are quite rare. Okay. Now, the big stop press news this morning was that the northeastern island in the Aegean, which is Lesbos, they had 23 cases. Also, don't forget, Lesbos is the location where the migrant camps are located, and there's about 7,000 people in migrant camps there. And the other interesting thing that I discovered today, I always thought Lesbos was a tiny little island, which was kind of overwhelmed. But in fact, it's the third largest island in Greece. I learned that this morning. Anyway, that has now gone into an extraordinary, extra hard lockdown, all right, this morning due to the continuing high rates of infection. Right, now from 0600, residents are prohibited from travelling outside the municipality. And from 6 o'clock at night till 5 o'clock, they are banned from leaving their homes. So they've got a curfew, but their curfew is longer than the one that we have here, except obviously for health reasons or to go to work. And even then, specific permission has to be given by their employer, and you carry a special document to say that you are going to work, the same as what we do here. Now, these restrictions for them are going to stay in force until January the 18th. And this is where I'm saying is January the 18th is when we are supposed to be lifted from lockdown, but I have a feeling it's not going to happen, all right? But I think we're being slowly teased as it's going to extend further beyond there. But anyway, Lesbos says they'll be in this forced restriction until the 18th of January. On Monday, the region of Botatia also entered a hard lockdown due to the worsening epidemiology situation. So anyway, we're going to keep an eye on Lesbos at the moment. Obviously, at the moment, we're still in our curfew from 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning, booking out on your phones. Don't forget as well, if you won't be able to do it today, or you might be doing it today. Some people from yesterday chatting to them about the biometric card. I know we're already going in on Thursday to do the final process of getting the card. All right. So once again, don't forget to book out and make sure you put the right number for booking out with your booking out. Right, okay, now the Greek Prime Minister, Mr. Mitsotakis, has written to the European Commission President, Ursula von der Leyen, to urge the introduction of an EU-wide Corona-19 virus certificate that will confirm that the holder has been vaccinated as a way to ease travel between member states within the Union. Anyway, the introduction would also serve as an incentive for citizens to get vaccinated. Yesterday, the vaccination of health workers at the Zakynthos General Hospital Centre, which is close to the emergencies, started yesterday at 8 o'clock in the morning. And don't forget, we've only had 142 doses arrive on the island, and they are only for people who work in the health sector at the moment. Anyway, so the first batch of Zakynthos health workers had their vaccination, and there is more of the vaccine to arrive to obviously finish the job for health workers being vaccinated. So as soon as we get any more information on that, we'll let you know. Okay. Yeah. And also, as for another thing for the hospital as well, I'm jumping about here. I do apologise. Also, there's new equipment also arriving in the hospital here, which was announced through the Facebook page of the local Zakynthos MP, Dionysis Drossos. He said there is going to be new wheelchairs, there's going to be special cabin chairs, whatever those are, to replace the old and worn ones. Office chairs and stairs will be delivered and placed in our hospital in the near future of the and also there's going to be new patient stretchers as well being placed into the hospital. So the hospital is getting equipment that it needs as well. So that's kind of a plus there. Right, yesterday, as I said, it was the first day of the children returning to school, kindergarten and also primary schools. That passed without any serious problem. The measures that were observed were strict in each case, while according to the Directorate of Primary Education here, there was no overcrowding during the arrival and departure of the children as much as possible. In fact, many of the schools, where possible, had two entrances to allow children and parents to go across. And in fact, we drove past a couple of primary schools yesterday on our way to the police station, and besides the normal thing of parents blocking the road up, dropping their kids off, we did watch families, taking their kids, literally dumping them at the door. Goodbye, Johnny. Goodbye, Jenny. And off again. And the kids seem quite happy to be going back as well, because obviously they're going to see their friends and mates and that. And there wasn't too much of the chatter that you normally get at the school gates between parents. They were just quickly jumping them and running away, probably to have a coffee and chill out, having got them off their hands for a while. Anyway, another bit of information there is this week there's a decision to come in about the... Oh, yeah, that was another thing. Talking about the cold. Again, I'm jumping about a bit here. I do apologise. One of the main changes in the school, because they're opening the windows at the moment to obviously air the classrooms out, and the teachers are saying that at the moment the schools are quite cold inside, so they're advising their parents to make sure that the children are wrapped up well when they go to class, because the classrooms are cold because of the measures of opening windows to allow air in and out, which obviously impedes the virus. All right, so anyway, just be aware, little Johnny and Jenny are going to be coming home shivering probably from school. And also as well, a decision about the opening of middle and high schools is likely to be made probably on Friday by the government, but this is obviously going to be decided upon the epidemiology data that is flowing at the moment. Also as well, the teachers have been tested as well at the schools, because the high schools at the moment are doing their education online at the moment, but a decision as to whether they'll open those classes up or those schools up will be made at the end of the week. All right, so we'll keep our eyes open on that one. Now, this is a strange story now, which is very Greek, all right, and is one of the anomalies of living here in Greece. The finance ministry has decided it is only fair to cancel fines for taxpayers who have failed to spend 30% of their income that they made last year via online transactions. Now, Greece is trying hard to encourage people to use their card instead of cash for payments. And basically, if you don't spend 30% of your income online, you get fined in your taxes, all right? Now, the suspension of the fine will only apply for 2020, while for 2021, the government will be re-examining tax incentives for online payments and are considering incentives for those who have started spending their savings, which actually rose to 16.5 billion last year. Now, the alternate finance minister, Theodoros Skylakis, stated during the weekend, "We cannot continue today to apply the measures that was drawn up during times of normal consumption. No one should worry and no one should be treated unfairly. We will see who has problems and why. Then we shall make our decisions. There is no chance of it applying as it would. That means that those who did not spend 3/10 of their income in 2020 using debit or credit cards or internet transactions will not pay the fine, which is 22% of the amount they failed to cover with their online transactions." Now, I'm thinking of all the courier services here that have been delivering like crazy, putting a great strain and pressure on the mail and the post getting here. I should think a lot of people have been doing a heck of a lot of online transactions with Amazon and eBay and all the other online consumption people. Plus as well, we have the click and collect thing going on, although that's been suspended at the moment. So again, it's one of those strange anomalies here with Greece. And one thing, if you ever come to live here on Greece, that you're expected to try and use your card more, and if you don't use your card more, you get fined in your taxes. So again, that is an anomaly in Greece. Now, the other thing that the Greek government has also said that the government also intends to further bolster electronic payments by revisiting its plans regarding taxpayers' incentives. They have been put on ice as a result of the health crisis. However, ministers are due to return to the table. Now, sources are saying from the finance ministry that it's mulling over amending its tax lottery, with winnings set to exceed the amount of €100,000 for top winners. Now, another change under consideration is to only include taxpayers' transactions with sectors that tend to have high levels of tax evasion in the lottery. Now, they include the likes of hairdressers, car repair shops, gyms as well, doctors and lawyers, all right? So they're all dodging their taxes. Now, consequently, in order to win the top prizes from the monthly sum, which can be as high as €1 million, taxpayers will have to collect receipts from those possessions. So I think what they're saying is that if you have won a lottery, you need to present receipts that you have been. That's why Jane's got loads of receipts at the moment, hoping to win the Greek lottery. But you have to present these receipts, or else otherwise you don't get your lottery money. And also as well, there is talk about maybe you'll pay tax on your lottery as well, because in the UK, if you win the national lottery or whatever, you don't pay tax on it. All right, but yeah, they're looking at taxing the lottery to make some money. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on that. And if we win the lottery, there won't be any broadcasts, all right? No, I'm only joking. I'd still do the broadcast even if I did win the lottery. And finally, a little bit of sad news finally. Sirens sounded and the blue and red lights of vehicles of the Zakynthos Police Department were lit the way of a funeral cortege that happened yesterday that carried the body of firefighter Dionysis Drossos, who passed away at the age of 41. Yeah, all the firefighters inside and outside the services paid their respects to the memory of their colleague as the cortege passed the fire station on the airport road. Now, the 41-year-old firefighter reportedly stood out for his exceptional character within the service and was especially loved by all his colleagues, who wanted to say a final goodbye in their own special way and show him that they will always be on his side. These are the wordings from the Greek press. Anyway, no mention as to how Dionysus passed away, only at the age of 41. Not sure whether it was illness or heart attack or whatever. But anyway, condolences to his family. He obviously made a big impact here on the island through working with the fire department. And once again, our condolences to the family. Just a little reminder for you, residency permit exchange, that's been ongoing since yesterday. Lots of positivity, actually, looking online from people who will be very pleasantly surprised at how quickly Spiro's been working down there at the police station, processing people. And a lot of people very happy that they understand exactly what's expected of them. Don't forget, you're treated as an individual on this when you go in there. Yes, there is a list of criteria of things that you have to have. Spiro may already have a lot of these things already, and there may be little bits missing that you haven't yet put in. All right. And so basically what he's doing, everybody that goes in to sees him, they get told what they need to basically tick all the boxes, as it were, to fill the criteria for your biometric card. Anyway, once again, just to remind you, Tuesdays 8:30 till 1 p.m. Take your passport, take your current residency permit with you, take a notebook and pen, all right, so you can write everything down as well that you will need, and he will check his computer records. He will also go straight to your file, and I'm amazed at how he knows where everything is in his office. Goes straight to that file, pulls it out, opens it up. Yes, yeah, you need this, you need that, you need the other. Write it down, write it down. One thing you will definitely need is photographs. Just go to the little photographers opposite the Piraeus Bank on the corner by the coffee shop. Knock on the door. The man is there ready to get you in, get your pictures took. And don't forget, the pictures that are taken are bigger than the normal passport size photographs you might be used to. They are slightly larger. He'll do all of that for you. And so you've got them. And then don't forget, you need to go to your accountant to get the ePavlo form and basically fill that all in. That's done by your accountant, and then you either take that to the bank or take it to the post office, and there is where you pay your €16 for your biometric card. Just one thing, go to the post office. The post office at the moment, especially in town, is not being heavily used like it normally is, so you might be better off going there than going to the bank. As Jane and I found yesterday, the queues in the banks, as always, are crazy, and people are queuing out in the street to get in. So go to the post office. They're probably grateful to see you, because there's not a lot going in the bank, in the post office, and I know they're trying to get the backlog of mail through. And yes, we still haven't had any Christmas cards yet delivered. We're still waiting for those. So those people who did send us cards for my birthday and for Christmas, no, we haven't received them yet. We've had one parcel, and that was from the lovely Leah Turner over there in Sheffield. Anyway, just have a quick look, see who's online at the moment, tuning in. Oh, it's quite a few this morning as I'm scrolling up the list. I'm scrolling to the top of the list. Ian Wallace, I've already said, and he says, Gallimera Ginge, nice to see you. Jick Ballantyne is watching. Christine Brown is watching. Emma Markham from Essex is watching. Nice to see you, Emma. Denise Tyndall is also watching as well. Sue Dickinson is watching. Rosewood is watching. Nice to see you. My old mate Chris DePonio, Raff Reg buddy, good yodeler Chris DePonio, and good singer. He sang with the Drifters for a while, actually, believe it or not. Nice to see you there, ex-Raff Reg. Emma Marcus says, morning, Ginge. Have been a while. It's been very busy. Good to be back listening. Nice to have you back with us, Emma, as well. Lindsay Lamb is also watching as well. Nice to see you there, Lindsay. Pam Stott is watching too. Christopher Lloyd James is watching. Lyndon is watching from Wales. Nice to see you there. How cold is it in Wales today? Because it is a bit chilly here. I'm not sure if it's very blustery today or you're hearing it on the mic. Normally somebody tells me. Anyway, Sid James is watching up there in Teesside. Also, Graham Bint in Australia is tuning in as well. Nice to see you there, Graham, tuning in. Sid James is watching. I've already said him. Susie Angus is watching as well. Nice to have you tuning in, my lovely. Wasn't it nice? Kylie got a #1. Oh, bless her. Album Disco, fantastic. Downloaded it yesterday. Lovely album. Might play a bit of it today. Tommy Winston Burns is watching as well. Barry Leatherdale is watching. Marie Heidelberg from Sweden is also tuning in. Nice to see you. Teresa Ann Huggett is tuning in. Jack Harmer is there. Teresa Ann Huggett says, good morning to you. Good morning to you, my lovely. Amanda Gregory is up the hill watching. They had a power cut yesterday afternoon. We missed all of that, thank God. Maria Heidelberg, good morning. Had a coffee, thank you. Amanda, good morning. Jack Harmer says, Ice Station Zebra, roll neck and jacket. Yeah, it is a little bit Ice Station. Good movie, Ice Station Zebra. Patrick McGowan and Rock Hudson. Kevin Bell is watching as well. Andrew the Fridge Watkins is watching. Bernadette Barrick is watching. Johnny Hayes. Oh, Johnny Hayes is watching as well. Big shout out to Johnny Hayes. Tony Dodgy Barrow is watching as well. Elvis, Tim Crystal, Tim the King is tuning in as well. Nice to see you, buddy. Matthew Long is watching. Denise. Donna Harriatis in Brighton is also tuning in as well. Got somebody from Greece tuning in as well. I can't make out who you are, but nice to see you. I'll give you a wave back just so you know I have acknowledged you. Chris O'Gorman is watching as well. Nice to see you. Al May, another Raff Reg buddy. Hillary Rogers is watching. Al May says, nice to hear your voice, old boy. Oh, thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Right, got some more news for you. Don't forget, today is a Wednesday, so that means today is broadcast day. My online show, music show, requests and inspirations. Thank you for those people who are dropping requests in. If you want a request for this afternoon, just pop it below in the comments area. Just to remind you, broadcast on Twitch, Mixcloud, also on LinkedIn. And because of my LinkedIn broadcasts, a guy called DJ Haran has been tuning in, and he says, oh, Ginge, we want to take your show onto a little station we've got. So we'll probably be broadcasting through to that station. I had a discussion with a lovely fella by the name of Ben Warner yesterday in Kent, and again the show is going to go through onto their radio station as well. So at the moment that's 2 radio stations that are picking up the show that want to broadcast it. So come and join me 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 till 5. Normally I might do a bit longer, just depending on how I feel. All right, going through playing your requests and a bit of my inspiration. Got a lot of really good 220 reggae for you as well this afternoon. I've been ploughing through a bit of that. Don't forget the show is online. You can see it, you can hear it if you tune into Twitch and also Mixcloud and also on Facebook. So once you see it come up on Facebook, watch it for as long as Facebook will allow. Once they don't allow it anymore, they take it down, switch into Twitch or into Mixcloud and watch it and listen to it there. The show then goes up online to Mixcloud as an audio, but I will then release a Dropbox with the audio visual for you there, so you can watch it and also listen to the music, cast it onto your big telly and enjoy the show. And also, just to remind you, just going back to the permits thing, there is a Dropbox at the moment with all the information regards the permits, what you need, what criteria there are, and you can watch that as well and obviously get any information from that. And it's in the Dropbox on my Facebook page. Just click on there and take it out. Thank you to those people who have been leaving comments on that Dropbox as well, because they found the information useful and helpful, and it's uncluttered. And can I say a big thank you to the Greece's Daily Bulletin Board, the lovely Lorraine over there in Napoleon. Thank you for your comments, and also thank you as well for that information on the cards, on the beige and blue cards issue as well. I've got to say a quick hello to a few people. Barbara Cocker, lovely to have you tuning in as well. Sam Cowans, there's a name from the past on my days of celebrity cruises. How you doing, fella? Nice to see you here. And my old Raf Reg buddy Gaz Collins is watching as well. He says, morning, mate. How you doing, mate? Hopefully we're going to see you over here at some point when the madness all dispels and we get back to some normality of life. Anyway, that's it from me. Great talking to you. I've got to go back into town today because I've got to do a few bits and bobs. Again, I've got to get this proof of employment. God knows how many years, so I can get me card. And once again, don't forget, stay safe. It's getting really chilly now out here. I'm going to have to go inside. I'm an old man now, sort of. But anyway, I will see you soon. You take care. Have a good one and be good. Ta-ra.